33-19 Ravens. Last night wasn't about the Niners. It really wasn't. It was about the most disrespected team and the most disrespected quarterback in the National Football League. That's what last night was about. And for the love of God, stop showing me stats. I have eyes. I watch the games. Lamar Jackson was the best player on the field, on a field with 10 Hall of Famers, and it wasn't particularly close. Stop with the Tua, Dak, Brock Purdy nonsense. Baltimore's been ravaged by injuries. What are they on their 19th running back? They lost their Pro Bowl tight end, left tackle plays, doesn't play. Doesn't matter. Rookie receiver, multiple drops, doesn't matter. If you were a scout and were sent to this game and they said, give me a take on the two quarterbacks, your take would be on Brock Purdy, kind of a guy, could be a backup. And your take on Lamar Jackson would be, holy God, I've never seen a player like that. The dude looks like half speed against the Niners. Half speed. Thanksgiving football backyard with cousins. Half speed. He runs whenever he wants. Whenever he wants. Home, road, good weather, bad weather. Against the 49ers defense. There's nothing like him on the planet. I don't need to see passer rating. He wins 80% of his games, and he wins big games. People in Miami freaking out. Miami hasn't won a playoff game since 2000. Ooh, we won a home game over Dallas. Lamar Jackson wins games like this every Sunday, home or away. He's 20-1 in his career against the NFC because if you don't see him regularly, you don't know how to contain him. You don't know what to do with him. You've never seen any player like him. And all it is disrespect and doubt. Tua and Lamar Jackson, same breath, stop it. Purdy, Lamar Jackson, same breath. It's incredible. And then you add a really good coach and a really physical culture, and what you have is a team that can go into San Francisco and push, despite referees getting in the way, push the 49ers all over the field. The Ravens did to the Niners what the Niners do to everybody else. They embarrassed them. They pushed them around. They had all the answers. The Niners were left with all the questions. They poked you in the ribs. They lowered your self-esteem. And you come out of a game with the Niners and think, what are we? And now the Niners this morning wake up due to Lamar Jackson and ask themselves, what are we? Ooh, we beat Dallas at home. Ooh, we can bully bad teams. But against a good Browns defense on the road, loss. Against a physical Ravens team at home and Lamar Jackson, outplayed and bullied. I mean, last night is what a most valuable player looks like. You ever watch a game and think Tua is the best athlete on the field, or Dak or Brock Purdy? Last night on a game with 7, 8 Hall of Fame level talents. That's just on the Niners. He was easily the best player on the field. It was high school and JV. Running, is it half speed? Getting whatever he wants. Finding crevices where there are none. That's what a most valuable player looks like. Not stats, not a coach, not because the weapons. This is a team with a rookie wide receiver who half the time can't catch. Ronnie Stanley, left tackle, sometimes plays. Pro Bowl tight end gone for the year. On a third running back against the best roster in the league and annihilates them, humiliates them, and leaves the Niners asking the question that Niner opponents do. What are we? So the Dallas Cowboys lost to Miami. I won't get into the officiating, but wasn't this the season that things were going to be different for Dallas? Mike McCarthy preached, we are going to run the football more, be less reliant on Dak, physical. No, they just wanted to push Kellen Moore out of the building because Mike McCarthy was threatened by him. Once again, the Cowboys are totally Dak reliant. Tony Pollard has had one 100-yard rushing game, week 3. Mike McCarthy wanted Kellen Moore out of the building because Mike McCarthy is threatened by lots of things. So he went, remember that before Dallas went down to his basement, an analytics crew, and then told everybody he watched every Cowboy play the previous season. Later acknowledged, yeah, I didn't. The Cowboys, once again, are totally Dak reliant. 7-1 when he doesn't turn it over. sub 500 when he does at least once. I said, and I'll say it again, I said at the trade deadline, you got to go get Derrick Henry. You got to have a physical presence. You're not going to be totally Dak reliant in road games and win against high-scoring offenses. Because every road game for the Cowboys against a decent offense looks the same. One turnover, average to slightly above average head coach, a B-plus quarterback. They all look the same, and Dallas can't run and doesn't run. And that's all we heard all offseason. That's it, right? It's a new day. It's a new team. It's a new physicality. Oh, nonsense. Jerry Jones is a great salesman, but he doesn't have a very good BS radar. And Mike McCarthy keeps telling him what he wants to hear. I watched every one of your plays before I came here. No, they didn't. We're going to be physical and run the football. No, they don't. Totally Dak reliant. The 3 times this year Dallas has had to face like a top 5 or 6 offense. San Francisco, number 3. Miami, number 1. Buffalo, number 6. Dallas can't run the ball because Tony Pollard's a second back. He's an off-speed pitch. He's a breaking pitch. He's not a Derrick Henry. You can't lean behind him. So what happens? Dak gets into a shootout as a B-plus quarterback on the road with high-powered offenses. And Dallas is going to lose a lot of those games. And Dak, through the years, has lost a lot of those games. Dak was at his very best his first couple of years when Zeke was the best running back in the league and the Cowboys' own line was the best in the NFL. And you go into this game against Miami and your great all-world left tackle Tyron Smith's not there, and you can't run the football because you can't run the football. This was all about Mike McCarthy once again saying whatever it takes to impress Jerry and keep Jerry off his back and retain his employment. This was going to be different. We're going to run the ball, less Dak reliant. The team's totally reliant on Dak. Who, when he faces, like a Josh Allen or a lot of weapons with Miami or a lot of weapons with the Niners, has to save the day, and that's not who Dak is. Dak's good. He's not special. Doesn't have a great arm. Doesn't run around like Lamar Jackson. He's good. He's good. But when you can't run the ball, you have a coach situationally that scares us away from home. This is what Dallas games look like against another team that can score. And again, Mike McCarthy just wanted Kellen Moore out of the building. That's what he wanted. He wanted Kellen out of here because Kellen was a threat. And he keeps telling Jerry what he wants to hear. But I still think when Dallas plays with Tyron Smith available at left tackle, I think it's a good team. Very good team. Tyron Smith leaves, Bradley Chubb looks like Lawrence Taylor. Tyron Smith plays, Bradley Chubb would have been invisible. But Tyron Smith didn't play, and you don't run the ball. And it's a bunch of promises you've never kept, and you lost again. It's not the end of the season, but doesn't it feel like Groundhog Day all these years? I still think Dallas has all these components, but they're going to have to win on the road. And because they don't have a great run game, they're going to be very dependent on left tackle Tyron Smith being available. And I sat and watched that game, and I said, for 20 years I have rolled my eyes, probably been a bit too cynical on the Cowboys, and I finally buy into this team that has multiple elements of a Super Bowl team. And then they pulled a Dallas against a solid Miami team. Why did I ever bite? You know what? I'm like Jerry Jones. Mike McCarthy fooled me too. Jerry, the great salesman, doesn't have the radar, and apparently doing this job for 30 years, either do I. Because I bought it. I bit. I was the fish. I grabbed the hook. And now I just get reeled in by Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.